Good morning students, I am Poonam Gidwani, your EVS teacher. We are studying second chapter of class 3rd, that is friendship. We have completed 2 parts of this chapter. In first part, we read the story of Shri Krishna and Sudama, and we have learnt that there is no influence of richness and poverty, no influence of high status and low status in friendship, because Shri Krishna was a king but Sudama was a poor villager, but still Shri Krishna helped his friend in time of difficulty. And in second part we read the story of Gopal and Kaveri, and we have learned that animals also understand the language of love, care and affection. And today in third part of this chapter we will read the story of Maharana Pratap and 𝐄𝐻𝐃. Maharana Pratap was a king of Mewar in Rajasthan, and 𝐄𝐻𝐃 was Maharana Pratap's favorite horse. So let's see what happens in the story. Maharana Pratap's loyal and favorite horse was 𝐄𝐻𝐃. 𝐄𝐻𝐃 is the name of horse. Maharana Pratap was a king of मेवाड़. राजा के पास तो बहुत सारे घोड़े होते हैं, बट 𝐄𝐻𝐃 was his favorite horse and 𝐄𝐻𝐃 was very loyal. Loyal means 𝐄𝐻𝐃 was very faithful, very trustworthy for Maharana Pratap. In the battle of Haldi Ghati, students, battle means war or fight. Many years ago in ancient time, there was a battle of Haldi Ghati between Maharana Pratap and Mughal army. In that battle, in spite of his injured leg, he took Maharana Pratap to a distant safe place. Students, in that battle of Haldi Ghati, 𝐄𝐻𝐃 got injured. उसको चोट लग गई थी उसकी लेग पे, उसकी टांग पर. But in spite of being physically hurt, injured means physically hurt. In spite of being physically hurt, 𝐄𝐻𝐃 did not give up. 𝐄𝐻𝐃 ने हार नहीं मानी. 𝐄𝐻𝐃 was loyal to Maharana Pratap. He took Maharana Pratap to a distant safe place. Distant means एक दूर ऐसी जगह पर ले गया where there were no any enemy. 𝐄𝐻𝐃 saved Maharana Pratap's life from enemies. How? He crossed the water course in one leap on his way. Leap means students a high jump, एक ऊंची छलांग लगाना. 𝐄𝐻𝐃 injured था, उसको टांग पे लगी हुई थी, but still he did not give up and he crossed the water course. Water course means a small river, or we can say a passage for water. 𝐄𝐻𝐃 crossed that small river. 𝐄𝐻𝐃 crossed that passage for water and he took Maharana Pratap to a safe place. He saved Maharana Pratap's life from enemies. 𝐄𝐻𝐃 was very obedient and he fought till its last breath to save Maharana Pratap's life. 𝐄𝐻𝐃 died after taking Maharana to a safe place. जैसे ही 𝐄𝐻𝐃 महाराणा को एक सेफ प्लेस पर ले गया where there were no enemies, 𝐄𝐻𝐃 died. 𝐄𝐻𝐃 की डेथ हो गई because he was physically hurt, but in spite of being hurt he had a high jump and saved Maharana Pratap's life. 𝐄𝐻𝐃 was a devoted horse and still 𝐄𝐻𝐃 is very famous in the history of Rajasthan. Students, you can see this picture. ये 𝐄𝐻𝐃 है and this is Maharana Pratap. Maharana Pratap was very sad after the death of his friend because 𝐄𝐻𝐃 was Maharana Pratap's favorite horse and there was a bond, there was a relationship or friendship between Maharana Pratap and 𝐄𝐻𝐃. Examples like 𝐄𝐻𝐃's loyalty and friendship are rare in history. Means in our history, हमारे इतिहास में these examples are very difficult, like the example of 𝐄𝐻𝐃's loyalty, 𝐄𝐻𝐃's faithfulness and 𝐄𝐻𝐃's friendship. For this reason, Chetak is always remembered with Maharana Pratap. This is the reason Chetak is very famous in history, and there is also a temple of Chetak in हल्दी घाटी. देखिए घोड़े का मंदिर है, कितनी बड़ी बात है ये. And Chetak is always remembered with Maharana Pratap because of loyalty and friendship and devotion and his faithfulness. A train between Delhi and Udaipur is named as the Chetak Express. And student, there is also a train, एक रेलगाड़ी भी है जिसका नाम चेतक के नाम पर रखा गया है. चेतक एक्सप्रेस. कहाँ से कहाँ तक चलती है वो ट्रेन? दिल्ली और उदयपुर के बीच में. क्या है ट्रेन का नाम? Chetak Express. So it was the story of loyalty of Chetak, who was the horse of Maharana Pratap. So students, now it's time to do exercise. Our first question is, who was Chetak? कितना सिंपल सा, कितना इजी सा आंसर है, हमने अभी जस्ट किया है. You can all give the answer. Yes, give me your answer. Who was Chetak? Chetak was महाराणा प्रताप्स लॉयल एंड फेवरेट हॉर्स, जिसकी हमने अभी अभी बात की थी. लॉयल मीन्स फेथफुल एंड ट्रस्टवर्दी. एंड नाउ द सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इज, व्हाट वाज द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन चेतक एंड महाराणा प्रताप? दोनों के बीच में क्या रिलेशनशिप थी महाराणा प्रताप और चेतक के बीच में? यस, टेल मी. ओके, द हिंट फॉर यू इज द नेम ऑफ दिस चैप्टर. यस, राइट. क्या रिलेशनशिप था? दे हैड अ रिलेशनशिप ऑफ फ्रेंडशिप. दोनों के बीच में फ्रेंडशिप का रिलेशनशिप था. आई टोल्ड यू अर्लियर, फ्रेंड्स आर नॉट आर रिलेटिव्स बट दे आर नॉट लेस देन आर रिलेटिव. दोस्त हमारे रिश्तेदार तो नहीं होते, लेकिन रिश्तेदारों से कम भी नहीं होते. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, व्हाई डू वी रिमेंबर चेतक? द आंसर इज वेरी इजी. टेल मी द आंसर. The answer is, we remember Chetak for his loyalty and friendship. Chetak was a faithful and obedient horse, and he was very devoted for his friend, and Chetak saved Maharana Pratap's life from enemies in spite of being hurt, in spite of his injured leg. And now the next question is, what are the losses of war? Students, as I have told you that there was a battle of हल्दी घाटी. Battle means a fight, a war. So now आपको बताना है कि युद्ध से क्या क्या हानियाँ होती हैं. What are the harmful effects of a war? So students, the answer is, soldiers and animals are killed in war. देखिए, जो soldiers होते हैं आर्मी में, बहुत सारे soldiers और animals मारे जाते हैं, and huge amount of money is lost. और बहुत सारा पैसा है उसकी भी बर्बादी होती है. These are harmful effects of a battle or a war. इसलिए हमेशा हमें शांति से रहना चाहिए, लड़ाई झगड़ा कभी नहीं करना चाहिए. We learned, students, what we learned in this chapter? There is no influence of poverty and richness on friendship, as we have learnt in story of Shri Krishna and Sudama. Animals also understand friendly emotion. This thing we have learnt in the story of Kaveri and Gopal. We must keep the animals with affection, as Gopal used to pet Kaveri, Gopal used to caress Kaveri and her calf. In the same way, we must keep the animals with affection, love and care. Chetak was the loyal horse of Maharana Pratap, जिसकी हमने अभी अभी बात की है. And in spite the leg injury, Chetak was injured in the war of Haldi Ghati. Chetak took Maharana to a distant safe place where he saved his life from enemies. we should help our friends at the times of adversity. So, we should always help our friends when there are difficulties and they are in need of help. So, these are the things we learnt in this chapter. So, student, it was all about these 3 stories. In next chapter, we will learn about some games. So, till then, have a good day. Thank you.